Hello and welcome to your English class. I hope you all are safe and sound, and so are your families. I hope and pray that everybody is safe in this difficult times. Just pray to God and stay indoors. Everything will be better soon. I also hope that by now you must have bought your books, English books, and today we are going to start with the literature section. And the first thing that I'm going to teach you today is the poem My Mother at 66. Uh, Before I start the poem, I have HM Publications book. If you have any other book besides HM Publication, you may please go ahead with it. Whatever is available in the market at the moment, please buy that book. And if you don't have the book also, do not worry, because just type the name of the poem on Google. You will get the text as well as the summary and the notes of the poem. Okay, so don't worry at all. बुक्स हैं या बुक्स नहीं हैं, सब कुछ मोबाइल पे मौजूद है. Please, if you don't have the books, don't worry at all. Yes, but whatever notes that I'm sending you, please make it a point to complete it. There is no need to make 2 copies. Just make 1 copy of literature, of English as such, and whatever I have given you in the last 3 weeks, the language section. After that, you will continue with the poetry section. And as we finish the poetry, we'll start with the other things as time passes by. So let us start with the poem, My Mother at 66. This poem is written by Kamala Das, and she was one of the very early poets born in India, and she was born in 1934 in Kerala. But when she writes the poems, she writes with a different name. Generally, writers and poets use a different name while they are writing. So she writes the poems by the name of Madhvi Kutti. Okay, but her real name is Kamala Das, and she has written many poems which are very, rich in and sensitive. As a writer, she was a very sensitive writer. She used to write basically on human relationships, and that is what makes her special. And this poem, My Mother at 66, is also one of those poems, one of those relationships which is very dear not only to the poet but also to us also. It is a poem which is based on a mother-daughter relationship. And the daughter has come home to meet her mother, and she's returning back. So the mother is going to the airport to leave her. And on the way, while she sees the daughter sees her mother, she realizes that her mother has become old now, and that there soon will be a day when she is no more. So she's quite sad on that point, that soon she will have to live without a mother. But soon she drives these negative thoughts away, and she prays, and she she doesn't, though she's feeling sad, that as I read the poem, I'll tell you why she's feeling sad. To look at her old age, to look at how people become so tender, so delicate, and so helpless when they are old. She feels all of that for her mother, and all of a sudden she realizes that though since she is old now, she may die soon, but she doesn't want to linger on that thought. She doesn't want to think about the day when her mother will pass away. So she just calls her Amma, and she says that I will see you soon. So just we'll read the poem first, and then I will explain you the poem. My mother at 66 written by Kamala Das. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me, doze, open mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she thought away and looked, but soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. But after the airport's security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her, wan, pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. But all I said was, "See you soon, Amma." All I did was smile and smile and smile. Once again, I will read the text and then we will explain. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me, doze, open mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she thought away and looked soon, put that thought away, and looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. But after the airport's security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her, wan, pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. But all I said was, "See you soon, Amma." And all I did was smile and smile and smile. So, in this particular poem, the poet is telling us that she had gone to meet her mother and now she is returning back to Cochin, right? And the mother is going with her in the car and she is going to the airport to leave her daughter. And that's a very familiar and a very nice feeling when you come home and then your parents go to the airport or the station to leave you. So it's a very it's a thing that is very common in our lives. And once you all also grow and go in hostels after class 12 or study outside or you get married outside and you come home to meet your parents do make up a point that they go to the station or to the airport to leave you. So it's a very in thing that every parent in India does, and so is this mother also is doing the same thing for the daughter. And but she's old now, so you must be having old people at home and you might definitely understand कि जब थोड़ी सी उम्र हो जाती है तो कैसे लोग बैठे बैठे सो जाते हैं, ऊँघने लगते हैं. And that's what her mother is also doing. She just looks at the side to see her mother, and she notices that her mother is dozing off to sleep, or वो नींद में है, and her mouth is open, and she is not aware of her presence over there. She is not aware that the car is moving, or she's just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden this thought, this negative thought comes to the girl's mind, and she says that now she's old and see the way she's just dozing off with her eyes closed and open mouth. It just gave her a feeling that she was looking so pale. The mother was looking so pale and ashen, मतलब कि ग्रे कलर की, जैसे कि उनका स्किन का कलर बहुत ज़्यादा पेल था और आंखें बंद थी और मुंह खुला हुआ था. सो इट वॉज गिविंग हर अ फीलिंग ऑफ अ कॉप्स. कॉप्स मतलब एक डेड बॉडी. And all of a sudden it came to her mind that now she is old and she may die soon in the future, and there is also a possibility that when she comes back again she may not see her. Looking at her pale condition, looking at her weak condition, and soon she's a daughter, so she doesn't want to think, and she thinks of the time when she was a baby, also when she was a child, young girl. एंड तभी भी जब हम लोग छोटे होते हैं और कभी भी हम लोग मम्मा के बिना नहीं रहना चाहते हैं, कहीं भी जाते हैं तो मम्मी होनी चाहिए साथ में. तो वैसे ही इसको भी लगा कि दैट फियर ऑफ लूजिंग योर मदर, it came to her, and that fear was exactly like how it used to be in her childhood. So she doesn't want to think all those memories. She doesn't want to think of the time when her mother will pass away or she may not be there with her. So immediately she looks outside the window and she can see the trees are sprinting. मतलब कार स्पीड में है तो जो पेड़ साइड में गुजर रहे हैं वो एक स्पीड में जा रहे हैं. They are passing by. Even she can see the little children, they are playing on the road or they are coming out of their homes. And she's trying to divert her mind to much more positive things. And soon she reaches the airport and she does her security check. और मम्मा बाहर वेट कर रही हैं बेटी का कि security check करके बेटी अंदर जाएगी. And when the daughter reaches inside the airport, she just turns around to see her mother again. And again she notices how old she is, how pale she is, how she is as pale as the winter moon. मतलब विंटर्स में क्योंकि इतना कोहरा होता है तो मून बिल्कुल धुंधला धुंधला दिखता है, वैसे ही उसी से कंपेयर किया गया है. It's a comparison that is made of the person with the winter's moon. And she feels that soon again that thought comes to her mind that soon she may not be able to see her mother again. But the thought is there in the mind, पर वो अपने मुंह से कुछ और ही बोलती है, which is a very positive thing. And she says, see you soon mama, or see you soon amma. कि उसको ये अंदर से वो ये नहीं सोचना चाहती है कि ऐसा भी दिन आएगा जो वो अपनी माँ के बिना रह रही होगी. So she doesn't want to think of the day when she will be living without her mother. So she doesn't say that, and she just keeps smiling because she wants her mother to see her smiling face, because she knows that mother will be happy to see her leave happily instead of leaving with tension or tears in her eyes or a sad face. So she keeps smiling and she waves out to the mother and she says, see you soon. So the poem ends on a happy note. So it's a very confused feeling of the poet that is described over here. A mixed feeling of happiness and sadness, and a feeling of dejection that there might be a time in the future, very soon, when her mother will die, but a thought of positivity as well, that she may not, this moment may not come very soon, it may delay as long as possible. So hope that you have understood this poem. Just go through the text, and if you have any problems, please do mention it in the comment section. So take care of yourselves. Till then, see you next week. I'll be sending the central idea of this poem on Saturday, so you can write that down in your copies. Till then, take care of yourself, stay safe, stay at home. Bye-bye.